Hello, welcome to another episode of Steve and Austin Wrestling Toy Figure Show. I'm Steve.
And I'm Austin.
And today we're looking at another WWE Mattel Elite Build-A-Figure series. And this time it is the SummerSlam Elite series that comes with the John Cone Build-A-Figure referee. So we've opened all the boxes. We've built the figure already because I was just too excited not to do it. And we are building that referee army, so to speak. So we'll take a look at the boxes, then we'll take a look at the figures, and then Austin will rank the figures from his least favourite to his favourite. Ready?
Yeah.
So, first one, who we got?
Undertaker.
So there we got the Elite sign, the WWE sign, the True Effects sign, Undertaker, John Cone, SummerSlam, Undertaker, Elite, True Effects, is that? No, Certified Authentic down there. And we got Undertaker, SummerSlam Elite. And we got Undertaker, all the figures in the series, the Build-A-Figure, the legal stuff, and the headshot. That was a bit hard.
Yeah.
That slipped out of my hand. I didn't mean to do that hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Or did I? Who's this one?
X-Pac.
There's X-Pac. You got Elite, WWE, True Effects, X-Pac, John Cone, SummerSlam, X-Pac, Elite, Certified Authentic, X-Pac, SummerSlam Elite, X-Pac, figures, referee, legal stuff, headshot. Number 3 is Kane, and same again, Elite, WWE, Kane, John Cone, SummerSlam, Kane, Certified Authentic, Elite, Kane, SummerSlam Elite, Kane, figures, John Cone, legal stuff, headshot. And then the last one,
Lex Luger.
Lexus Lugerus. Elite logo, WWE, Lex Luger, True FX, Lex Luger, John Cone, SummerSlam, Lex Luger, Elite, Certified Authentic, Lex Luger, SummerSlam Elite, Lex Luger, figures, referee, illegal stuff.
About time.
Right, so that's all the boxes, all the exciting stuff out of the way. So now let's do the boring bit and look at the figures. First up, let's go with Amish Taker. Very, very weird figure. Very, very weird face scan. He looks like he's did a fart. Turned out it wasn't a fart, and he actually did a little bit of poo. He's like,
and then you smelt it.
Tell me that isn't what he looks like. I've done a poo. Uh-oh. And to make the face look weirder, they gave him a hat. Nothing else, just a hat. No coat, no nothing. Tell me that isn't a weird looking Undertaker. Besides the fact there's no coat, besides the fact it's got a weird face, all the tattoo details are there on the arms. Little tattoo detail on the neck. He used to have the word Sarah tattooed there, but I think he had it removed because that was the name of his ex-wife, I think. Plain black vest, pants, gloves, shoes. Nothing really that stands out. Pretty plain Jane Undertaker. I don't know why, but that's what we've ended up with. Next one is going to be his brother, Kane. Never had a bald Kane before. I always preferred the masked Kane. Always wished he did the bald with the mask. I think that would have been a brilliant looking Kane. But it's got the gap in the teeth. We can make that out. I don't think we can. But yeah, there's the lovely face of Kane. Comes with the 2 elbow pads, black wristband, black glove, the red barbed wire pattern going all the way around the tights, and the plain black boots. As always with these new Elites, they will have the normal articulation you'd expect to find, and all the boot cuts and toe cuts and haircuts that you'd all expect to find on these figures. And then next up we have X-Pac in his red and black attire. All of these I think are from SummerSlam matches. I couldn't tell you which matches they were from. I think this is from a match he had with Brock Lesnar, because I remember him sitting up and look at him at Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar looked up and laughed, and they just laughed at each other, and it was a weird moment to go over a weird figure. But yeah, so X-Pac in his black and red attire, X-Pac on the front, X-Pac on the back, his logos on both thighs, and X-Pac on the shin guards, kick pads, black elbow pads, black knee pads, and the white wrist tape. What about the face? Yeah, I guess I could tell that that's X-Pac if it was just the head in my hand. It'd be a bit weird to have a head in my hand, but yeah, that's that. So that's the X-Pac figure. And then the last one is the Lex Luger figure, the red, white, and gold, and blue, and stars and stripes, and everything patriotic about Lex Luger. This is probably from the time when he was in the world title match against Yokozuna. He won the match. I think it was a count out. I think Yoko got counted out. But because you can't win the title through a count out, he didn't win the title. But they celebrated like he did. He was up on the shoulders of the Steiner brothers, and Bret Hart was there, and Tatanka and
who
Undertaker.
Was the belt given to?
Yokozuna still stayed champ, because champ was Yokozuna.
Then why doesn't everyone just do that to not lose the title belt?
Well, that is one of the things about wrestling. If they did that all the time, then it would just be boring, wouldn't it?
If you know you're going to lose.
Well, some people did. Was it Mr. Perfect? I think it was Mr. Perfect. He kept rolling out of the ring and running away, so that he didn't lose the match or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a King of the Ring qualifier match or something. But he kept running away, and they kept trying to think of new ways to stop him from being able to run away, that he had to compete in the match. I think it was against Doink. But yeah, anyway. So Stars and Stripes all over Lex Luger from his match against Yoko in that WrestleMania match, where he celebrated like he was the champion, but he didn't win the belt. Very strange, but pretty good. The little bunting loops, I guess they could be called, around the boots there. That's pretty cool. I like the knee pads, the elbow pad, all ties in really nice together, and a fairly decent looking Lex Luger head. Yeah. So you get all four of these figures, and then you are able to build the John Cone referee figure. Really happy again to get this, because now we're starting to build up that referee army. So when we're pick fed and things like that, you can have the referees all around the ring, different referees for different matches. We've got the Teddy Long, we've got this one, and then we also did something. We got a second X-Pac and a second Undertaker, so that we could get the arms and the shirt to replace the arms and the shirt of the Danny Davis figure. We'll get some close-ups and some comparisons of the two in just a minute. Put those to the side. And then we also, just reach over here, we've got the Teddy Long. So now we've got the three referees. And we'll get the close-ups of those in just a second. I guess there are a couple of others that we could use if we really, really wanted to. If we really wanted to try and get more copies of these bodies and arms, we could do a Muhammad Ali, we could do a Mr. T in the referee attire. But for now, we've got three and we're happy with that, but we'll keep an eye on the market and see if we can pick up any more. So what we're going to do now, we'll take a pause here. We'll have a look at some close-up images, compare them to some other versions of these figures. And then we'll come back and Austin can do some rankings of who is his favourite, his least favourite up to his favourite. So, excuse me, we'll see you in a minute. So here we have all five of the WWE Mattel Elite SummerSlam John Cone Build-A-Figure series. Got Undertaker on the left, Lex Luger on next, John Cone in the middle, X-Pac, and then Kane on the far right. So we'll start with the Kane for some close-up images. Let's bring it a bit closer to the camera. So you get the maskless face of Kane. I was never a fan of unmasked Kane, but I always thought it'd be cool to do a masked Kane with the bald head. Something I tried to do on various PlayStation games. But back to the figure, it comes with the 2 black elbow pads, black wrist tape, and the fingerless glove. You've got the black tights with the red barbed wire wrapped all the way around, and then the plain black boots. No tattoo detail on Kane, but yeah, pretty good face scan, I think, for the man Kane. And that's Kane. Next up, we got Lex Luger, and there's the face scan. You look at this, you might be able to tell who that is. Then on the clothing, you got the upper arm bands, you got the Stars and Stripes big elbow pad, and then the Stars and Stripes wristband. You got this little, I don't know what you'd call it. Yep, that gold and blue and white stars on the front and back, and then you got the red and white stripe pants underneath. Got the Stars and Stripes knee pads, and then these bunting type things around his calves, top of the boots, and then the plain white boots. Really jacked figure. Probably Scott Steiner is probably the only one that could probably contest this for most jacked figure ever. And yeah, so that's Lex Luger. And we go from the probably the best figure in the set to the worst, in my opinion, and that's this Undertaker. I just think it's the only one that comes with any type of accessory in this plain black hat, and yeah, the head on this is super loose and it's just popped straight off. You can see you get a bit of a wobble there. Yeah, that's ridiculously loose. Won't be long in the collection. But as far as tattoo, you're not going to contest much with this. Tattoos all over the arms, little red Grim Reaper type thing down the bottom there, and loads of other tattoos all over. Got a black vest, black trousers, black boots, and a very weird, very unfavourable head scan for me, and just an all-round awful figure. You do get the traditional UFC type fighting gloves on the figure as well. And let's pop that hat back on him. Should have come with a coat, then it probably would have been a lot better of a figure, but for me it's the worst in the set. And yeah, there you go. There's the Undertaker. And the last one of the main figures in the set is the X-Pac figure in the red and black attire. The head's pretty good. I think I would have preferred a bandana on it though, wrapped around. It just looks like his forehead is absolutely massive and his hairline looks way too far back for me. But got the X-Pac, black, red and silver. I can't remember what this is called now. It's not a leotard, it's whatever this is called. It escapes me at the moment. Got the black elbow pads and singlet. That's it, singlet. And then the white wristbands. X on the sides, on both legs, knee pads, and then X-Pac on the front of the boots. X-Pac on the back again, and then nothing else. All of these figures, I get that it's a Build-A-Figure series, but as far as accessories go, I think Undertaker's the only one that actually came with anything, with that hat. Everyone else is pretty plain Jane, except for the detail in the Lex Luger. But yeah, that's the X-Pac figure. And then finally, you got the John Cone Build-A-Figure referee. Much like Captain Planet, with all their powers combined, you get John Cone. Seen this on the Teddy Long, the shirt, obviously different skin tones, but yeah, your standard referee with the WWE logo with red square around it. Got the belt with the buckle, WWE logo on the arm there, and then your black suited trousers. I guess if you're not really a big wrestling fan, you wouldn't know who that head is, but when you compare it to the images after the fact, then yeah, you can tell that's John Cone. Yeah, really glad to get another referee in the pack. And then for comparisons, we have the SummerSlam Elite Kane on the left and the Survivor Series Kane, I think it is, masked Kane, long hair, and yeah, I think it's the Golga Monday Night Wars series. You got another Kane coming, and that's probably going to replace this one in the collection. And that's our Kane comparisons. And then for Lex Luger figure comparisons, we have one of the earlier Elite line Narcissist Lex Luger on the left, and then we got the Monday Night Wars Series 1 Lex Luger Build-A-Figure on the right. Then for the Undertaker comparisons, we have the SummerSlam Elite in the middle. On the far left, we have Elite Series, I don't remember, Big Evil Undertaker. Then the next one along is the Defining Moments. Then the other side of the SummerSlam Elite, we have the Legends 21, I think it is. And then on the very far right is the Monday Night Wars Series 1 Undertaker. And that's our comparisons for the Undertaker. Then for X-Pac, we have the SummerSlam Elite on the left. And then the Elite, I want to say it's somewhere in the 20s or 30s Elite. Had the blue and white boxes. Yeah, I think it's around that. It's like 35, possibly. I can't remember. The one on the left has, I think, the better detail in the clothing, in the red and black. And then on the right, you get the green and black with the DX vest, the tongue-out head sculpt, and the bandana. And I think the bandana does make the figure look a lot better. The SummerSlam Elite looks like something is missing. But yeah, that's our X-Pac comparisons. And then finally, our last comparison is the John Cone. That's in the middle from the SummerSlam Elite Build-A-Figure series. On the left, you got the Teddy Long from the Monday Night Wars Series 2 Build-A-Figure series. And then on the right, we've taken the John Cone upper body and arms and put that on the legs of the WrestleMania 39, I think. Danny Davis Build-A-Figure, plot the head on the top as well. Had to get a second series of the Undertaker and X-Pac from the SummerSlam to be able to do that, but well worth it, and happy to build up the referee army. And that's our John Cone comparisons. So that's all the figure comparisons and the close-up images of the figures. Now, all that's left is for Austin to pick his least favourite to his favourite, which is number 5. The Undertaker. I can't blame you. That's exactly where I would put Undertaker, right at the bottom. It's a very weird figure. I don't like it at all. If it came with a coat, then maybe it would have been higher up on the list. But with just the hat and that weird face, it definitely has to come last. Next. Kane, okay. I quite like the Kane. It would have come higher for me, but this is Austin's ranking. So next one, the John Cone, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Next, wait, are these just in the order?
I don't think they are.
Right, and then that makes Lex Luger the winner. And I think that is the order I would have done it, except I probably would have changed X-Pac over there, Kane in the middle. I'm not a big fan of the head on this X-Pac. He looks a bit dopey, a bit weird. But there you go. That's the 5 figures all ranked by Austin. Anything else you want to add? No. So if you liked watching the video as much as we enjoyed putting it together, then please do give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. We would love it if you did. Click that notification if you do subscribe so you don't miss any videos that we do put out. And you can't comment because
It's a kid's video.
it's a kid's video. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.